Hi guys, welcome. Happy Friday. Things are happening in the world of football. Transfers have started. Rumours have started, should I say. Welcome guys, happy Friday. Today we're going to talk about things that happen in the world of transfers, plus a little bit of a review of preview of the FA Cup and general Q&A, man. We're here for the first hour and then we'll see how things are going. Hello, ready, man? Good to see you, brother. How are you? Rob Jordan. Nice to see you, mate. Yes, Ethan. Great. Absolutely banging start to Friday, mate. The weather's mint. If you're in the UK, I've been out with a dog this morning at 7 o'clock this morning up in the park. Just me, walking the dog. You know, it was mint. What do you mean, no images? What do you mean? What does that mean? No images, pal. Won't get it. You got me worried. What up, Pete? Poznan Pete, what a name. There are far too many. I can't even read that. There is a lot has happened. Someone got a black screen. Someone just right refresh then. Refresh. I can't spell English. I can't do English. It is bad. So yeah, the weather's banging this morning. Just somebody communicate with me. Everyone can see me, right? Everyone can see me. I was all good now. All right, fair enough. Just so we make the base station music. It's definitely not base station music, but I mean, you're definitely showing what area you're from, mate. Welcome to base station, lads. Blue station. Welcome to Blue Station. This is like a non-copyright sound that I've found and I've used before. I actually have on my playlist. It's a good song to drive to be fair. Not on Babe Station. I was saying my call, mate. It's gone up a lot now. Inflation's going to be $9.99 a minute. The song, if anyone wants the name of the song, it's called. Why is that not showing me? Edit rename. It's called Melodic Flow by Elder, ELDA. It's just a random song that I heard on the stream one day and I thought it was a banger, so I've kept it for myself. But yeah. But yeah, man, so we'll start off the day with, I've already had my tablets, by the way, they've been dealt with. But start off with, let me just turn this tunes off. There we go. Let's get serious. Let's get the serious head now. By the way, if you are just joining in or you're watching in the future, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. We've just passed over 200 subs. The next goal is 500. When we get to 500, I can start taking all your dirty money. Start taking the calls, people up, real ones at 500, guys. So if you're enjoying the broadcast and stuff, do hit the sub button, hit the likes. They really do help. Comment and all that sort of jazz. You know the scripts. You watch enough channels to know that. But yeah, so I've got a little checklist here. We've done the hellos. Let's just quickly run through Burnley. It's been a couple of days. It was a tough game, man. It wasn't tough in the respect that we didn't play well. We just couldn't score, man. We could have had 8. So quickly give me a rundown what your blasts of the Burnley game was. If it had won 6-0, you would have been, you know what? The result reflected the dominance. It's just nervy, man. It is squeaky bum time, innit? It is rabbit's nose. Thanks, Pitbull, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it was nervy. They didn't really threaten us other than the first 10 minutes, but the missed chances. And the thing is, to me, that's good that we suffered that, because now I think that's going to provide even more focus to the lads. That I think it'll provide even more focus and say, look, we cannot get away with that. I still believe if we win all 5 games, we win the league. I don't think Arsenal have got it in them to win all their games. I don't think they have. So yeah, was just happy to get the 3 points by the end. That's it, mate. We've been here before. There's a stat going around that every single team, for all the teams that have won the league that weren't up at Christmas, it's been Man City. The last 5 times it's been done, Man City have done it. and we are now top of the league after not being top at Christmas. So it's all kind of pointing to us. We just need to hold the line. Hold the door, boys. Hold the door. Hold the door. We've been here before. We've got over the line. Bear with me one sec. We just need to hold the line. We've been here before. We know what it takes as fans, as players. Most of the players do. The management team know it. The club know it. And the worst thing is, other fans know it, and the media know it. So it's ominous signs. Just one game at a time now. We've got literally one semi-final and five finals to go. The FA Cup final, I think, is irrelevant for now, right now. Just not clinical enough. Job done. That's all that matters. We've been here before. We've had scruffy, horrible wins in the past, haven't we? You know, so we'll just keep cracking on. Bruno G's back. They'll get some from Arsenal. Newcastle are in the mud as well, aren't they? They are in big trouble. Their season's falling apart. You know, and Eddie Howe's got his job on the line, so they've got things to play for. Overrating the scoreline thing. I can't see it coming down to that, Callum. I don't think Arsenal have got the minerals. So if it does, and so be it. You know, you'd like to think that if you win all your 5 games, that's another 5 goal difference at least. I'd like to think that we'd probably get at least 10 plus 10 in these games. That's over to Arsenal now. Can they do that from a team that can't really score without free kicks and set pieces? But it didn't work that well. It didn't, mate. But like I mentioned, players need time, and players need some time to play. You know, we got over the line. It was done. It's how it worked out. It just worked out. It was a scruffy win. They will. I'm telling you now, patent that. The dropping points. I think that was clear. That was a mental and physical drain the team got. See, that's the one thing that people don't think of is we just had an absolute barnstormer against like Arsenal for a title decider. For us to then go into that game needing to win, I think we've done all right. We've got to do all right. I think so, mate. Baby, I said that when I were top of the league. We've got foot on the throat, and they now have got to deal with a pressure that they've got to deal with a pressure they're not used to, which is putting it in for a title run, but also coming from behind to keep doing this now. I know the fixtures then flip the other way, but this is a test for them. It's all about 3 points. Going into the relevant moment, just one game at a time, no panic to beat. We've seen this movie before. We have, mate. It's like Rise of the Foot Soldier. We know what's happening. It's about 9 movies now. By the way, if you've never seen Rise of the Foot Soldier, the series, banging series. If you like British gangster films, by the way. 3 points sort of mad. It was. So we're all in consensus there that it was just win at all costs now. I say I don't care if we do manage to win a game without having a shot on target and it's an own goal. It doesn't matter to me. All I need to see is that +3. +3. Yeah. So the big thing is happening it's what happens when City start doing well. It's either 1-1-5 or Pep leaving, or then transfers come about. And for those that weren't aware, there was a gluttony of transfer news yesterday. What is that? Why am I getting? By the way, don't ever link your phone to your computer for notifications. It's doing my head in. Turn off all notifications. I don't want any notifications on my phone from my computer. Leave me alone. Yeah, there was a gluttony of transfer news yesterday. Let's just share this screen and visit the old City Extra. Where are you? Window. There we go. You guys can see that, right? So yeah, things happened on City Extra yesterday. We'll go back to the start, shall we? Let's not look at Darren Huckabee with his top off. So the first bit of news that came out was Enzo Fernandez. There was rumblings around Enzo Fernandez yesterday. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, so Enzo Fernandez. What are your thoughts, chat? I must admit, I'm not a massive fan. I am not a massive fan of Enzo Fernandez. apart from the football stuff, which we'll talk about, he's a person is a bit of a rat. I don't like the racismo and all the shit around that. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. They grow up in different cultures, and that's fine. I'm not condoning it, but I'm not. We don't deal with that at our club. We don't have it. We don't need it. We don't want it, especially from where our club's what our club is. The history of Manchester, and the fact that we have the link to the Middle East, and all that comes with that, and the geopolitical stuff. I don't want anyone near us that is dirty like that, man. Don't want it. Don't need it. But in terms of his football ability, I don't rate him that much. He was never worth the money they paid for him. Realistically, he was worth about 40 million, but they went mad and said we're having him at all costs. Benfica absolutely pulled pants down that day, I think. And he got like, on that, weren't he doing like an 8-year stretch at Chelsea? He's got like 5 years left of his contract. Yeah, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. I'd set that slide if it's a better place. Yeah, I can't, mate. I mean, I'm each to their own. Some things I can't handle. I just don't want. We don't need anybody. We don't need that profile of player. One, he's just been mouthing off in the press about going to Real Madrid. No, don't want it. I don't want somebody that always thinks the grass is greener. I don't need that. I don't want grass is greener style players. So yeah, in terms of his football ability, I mean, I think LB made a good point yesterday that we'll get onto the Anderson stuff, but if Anderson, I think we're all agreed that it's all eggs in the same Anderson basket, right? We're all on the. I'm going to start that Pip up and come back to that. Absolutely, mate. He's inconsistent. Other stuff is a major red flag, and he's dating midfielder, but he can't. Exactly. That's pretty much what I was about to get to. I just don't think his footballing ability is better than what we've got now. Granted, every time we sign a player, I think we're pretty much destined to get an extra 10, 20% out of them. Now, an extra 20% out of Enzo Fernandez is probably going to be a really good player, but I just don't know. Is this us sort of like playing a double bluff, saying, look, if you're going to play our ball of Anderson, then we need a backup? I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't see it. I've been wrong before. I just don't see it. And I think it's plain to see that a lot of people don't see it either. I can't see many people in favour of this at all. I just don't know. So yeah, I mean, I think looking at you guys, the consensus is it's a no. And I've seen a lot of comments online as well saying no, and that's usually from the social media fans are usually just like shiny new toys. I'll have it. Doesn't matter. Everything's new to me. I'll take it. But a lot of people aren't really that asked. He has a stinky attitude, proven at Brighton. So that's one of my big concerns is in the grand scheme of things going forward. Right, in a post Pep life, which is going to stink. It's absolutely going to stink. Right, we know that. We know post-Pep life is going to absolutely honkingly stink when it comes for a bit, right? Because it just happens. My issue is you need as many decent characters around the place to hold the line, to pick everyone up. You know, the king is dead, long live the king. We've let players go. We've never let a manager go like this. So this is going to be a new test. If we've got players in there who are half at it, and don't fancy it, you end up with a bit of a stinking shithole of players that are there now off what we've achieved as a club. They're there to like piggyback on it, not to contribute. And once you take away the kingpin, pieces start to fall. And I don't want pieces like Enzo Fernandez in there who's like, Pep's gone, I'm gone, Real Madrid, or you know what I mean? Don't pause. But you know what I mean? I don't want that. I want players who are there, who are ready and up for it, you know, who want to be part of this next 10 years of City. And I don't see Fernandez as that. And I certainly don't rate him as a footballer. Which one do you want here? That one, isn't it? Good player, not just to bring me Anderson. I think the Anderson one will get done. I think the Anderson one is destined to be done. I just don't fancy Marinakis. I just don't know. I don't know, mate. So, yeah, I mean, Enzo Fernandez, the noise. You've got what you got to do to pay attention is you've got to pay attention to where the noise is coming from. You know, the city aggregators and stuff like that. It's the people, it's the trusted ones who usually get things right early. You know, and you know me. If you know me and you've heard my comments, people like Romano, who's just an influencer, who's responsible for the death of the transfer window in my eyes. I ignore all those because the news comes from players like these, people like these first. And if anyone's going to Romano with news first, I'm like, nah, you're right. Do one. Get Joe Royle back in. I watched a thing today with Joe Royle, a couple of clips. It was funny. Was it Stuart Pearce's? I don't know, it was Keegan, wasn't it? What up, Rob? Good morning, mate. They create toxic clips, and we're not having that at the club. We're just not. Look at what's happened to United. Look what's happened to Chelsea. They don't want that. It's got to be the right characters. It has. We need more than one midfielder. We do, mate. Well, we're just going to tick on to that now. So as you can see, the news is ticking over about Enzo. And then more news started to come out about other players. I'm not having it. I don't want to talk about outgoings. But Henderson, the things have started to tick over about Henderson again. Henderson and Elliot Anderson. Henderson. And that they want 125 million or something. We'll come back to this in a minute. But where's the one about Fernandez? They wanted basically the rumours that they want 120 million for him. I can't see it on here. But yeah, there's rumours going on that they want 120 million for Elliot Anderson. And I'm just like, City ain't paying that. City ain't, they're not doing that. It's not like he's setting the world on fire at an Aston Villa, a Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? That are just they're knocking the door of the top six. The Forest had a good season last year, but look where they are in the league. You know what I mean? He's not for me, he's not like the I say this often. When you're at the top of the table, United used to do it. United used to pick off the best players, your Rooney's, your Ferdinands, your Carricks, your Berbatovs, your Van Percies. You pick those players off, your Roy Keanes. You pick them from they do well domestically. You pick them in, and they're the next ones up, and they keep. We've done it. We've nicked a few here. We nicked Sterling. You know what I mean? We've had a few players come in. Grealish was that. You get them from that next level up. I don't see Forest as that club to pick from to be warranting that amount of money. I think 65 million or 70 plus a player. I don't know. I can't see City going above 70 for him. You know, I just can't. Stones was one, Kyle Walker. See, you know the sort of players I'm talking about. You know what I mean? They're the sort of players, you nick the best players in the league. You just do. It's just the best way of doing it. Like, you know, like for instance, when Chelsea nicked Sean Wright Phillips off us, he was like that player for them. So it's kind of similar to that. We were 10th-ish or something. That's the sort of player you're looking for. I just don't see. Plus, it's English tax. It's this mad English tax that everyone just sort of fancies. I just don't know. I don't know, mate. Probably a couple. Didn't it? I don't know. Let's have a look. Soccer player. I hate that. Get in the bin. Elliot Anderson signed a 5-year until 2029, so he's got 3 years. 3 years left. So that's probably where the tasty bit of the tasty transfer fee comes from. 3 years. So yeah, I mean, look, are we all in agreement? Anderson's the man. We're going to lose out on him because we don't want to be held hostage for him. They want silly money from us. Here's the thing. And what, Anderson's 22, is he? Is he 22? What does that say there? I hate AI, by the way. I hate having to read that, but it's just right, so convenient. So it's one of them. If you sign him, it's 10 years, right? Whatever it costs, it's spread over 10 years for us. You know, if you get 10 years, I've City signed lifers. I've said that loads of times. You sign lifers. You just sign lifers, man. You get a player. You know, we've had Bernardo 9 years, Silva 10, Aguero 10, De Bruyne 8, 9. You know what I mean? These players, Fernandinho a long time, John Stones a long time, Company a long time, Kyle Walker a long time. You know, Sterling a long time. And then other players down the line, Gundogan a long time. Then we're going to have Diaz will have been here a long time. You're going to have Guardiola would have been 10 years. You know, Edison 9 years. You know what I mean? These are the sort of players you want. Add Elliot Anderson to that. And you build around that. You're going to have Phil Foden's going to be a lifer. O'Reilly's going to be a lifer. Rodri's going to be a lifer. You know, Haaland will be here. Doku, I imagine, will stay. You know, these sort of players, you just build your squad around these long-term contracts. But being honest, not many England players are great for approaching the World Cup. Anderson might stand out. You are true. We are, as a nation, there's only Harry Kane and Anderson not playing anyway. Or O'Reilly. They're the only three, right? And potentially Pickford. Let's just hypothetical. So if we say no, if we say, let's just say, what am I doing here? I'm going mad. Right, let's say if we draw a line at 75 million for Anderson, that's fine. If club have got the limits, that's completely okay with me. What's the Enzo Fernandez worth? What's the next guy worth? Do you know what I mean? Your Whartons, your Tonales, these other players that you're interested in. What are they worth? You know what I mean? It's like what do the club want to pay for them? The most value is in Anderson. He's an England international. He's going to play in the World Cup. He's got 150 games under his belt in the Premier League. It's the natural thing. But Viana likes to spend money, man. He does. I don't know. I think 70, 75. I'm gonna say now 75 million plus add-ons, and I'll go down to Nottingham myself and carry him up on my shoulders. Or we can form a chain and just handball him up. We'll carry him up. We'll carry him over the Snake Pass to Manchester. We'll do it. See, I'm not Wharton's. I don't think Wharton's is a Spanish footballer. He's not a Premier League footballer. I think he's a perfect Barcelona player for me. I don't see him as a high impact Premier League player. I just don't. The way the game's going more physical now. It is, mate. So I think 10 years. I think you'll get 10 years out of Anderson. Viana also likes a cheeky. He does, mate. He does like. So I think you get those players in under the 30s and 40s who are absolute ballers, and he can sprinkle a little bit of stardust on someone else. So yeah. So there was the Anderson stuff. There was also a guy called Diomande we've been linked with, which I don't know much about. I'm not one of these guys who's a pervert on transfers who's going to sit here and say they know everything about everyone. I just, years and years ago, when I was a football manager fiend, I would know literally every player in the world. I would spend 8 to 12 hours a day on Football Manager, as well as the real world. Football Manager would exist in the background, and I just knew every player, every year, every youth academy, everything. And I just lost interest in that world. But I'm more of a cat. And you know what's done it for me? The way that there's no secrets in football anymore. There's no secrets in the transfer window anymore at all. There's no secrets in the transfer window. Everybody knows everything. There's no press conference to say they've signed a player. There's no teletext. There's nothing. So it's boring. I've got bored by transfers to the point that I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to see this. Here we go, bollocks. I don't want to see all the transfer rumours going over and over, and it's the same cycles over and over. I'm just sick of it. I want to see breaking news, Bosch, out of nowhere, Man City have signed Elliot Anderson. But Bosch, here he is with a shirt, done. I'm like, yes, that will do me. What a day. What a day. Yeah, the glory, that's it, mate. You're right, baby. Mine used to go up to about 2017, 2018, and just, yeah, I'm done with it now. I am mate from the Championship Manager area. Yeah, my first ever playing a Championship Manager was 99. I remember winning the UEFA Cup with what's the Kaiserslautern. I won the UEFA Cup with Kaiserslautern, mate, and I was having a great time on the shittest computer ever. But I remember winning it. I was like, "This is mint. This is my life now." And then, then Football Manager came out in like 2006, and I was like, "Was it 2006, 2005?" And then my life changed. It changed overnight. But yeah. So yeah, there's also rumors going around about like Rafael Leo and stuff. I'm like, how is this guy still a thing? Like 60 million. Oh. Semenyo's better than him. Semenyo is better than Rafael Leo, from what I've seen. Viewed as excellent value, absolutely not. He is stiff. He is a stiff footballer. Has anybody got anything good to say about Rafael Leo in the chat? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Because I just think he's stiff. He's a stiff baller. So there was Rafael Leao, and then there was also other players. Let's see if we can find this Diomande on here. I can't think where it would be. Is it Diomande? It's further up, mate. Oh, is it there? Diomande. Oh, by the way, have you seen this? City have got no fans, by the way. The most viewers in US history of the Premier League was City versus Arsenal. I can't see it, mate. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this Eli Junior Krupi from Bournemouth seems like a decent player. It seems like a decent player. I just don't know. I'm on this hashtag no to project bandwagon. I can't be asked. I need some finished products, man. I need finished products in my life. I can't keep going on the hype bandwagon. Radu, man. He is a character. He's a decent player. I just hashtag no to projects. I'm in. I feel like I'll get links everywhere, but everyone knows he's bad. He just seems like one of those players that everyone fancies, but nobody wants him. Everyone bigs him up, but nobody wants to take a chance on him. I just don't know. He has good hair. But yeah, so there's Yan Diomande. Let's have a butchers on transfer marks and see what's going on. I mean, there's a lot there. There's a lot going on. I can't confess to use this website a lot, but let's have a look at stats. 12 goals, 7 assists in 29 games. See what's his roots of the thing? What's his roots of stardom in, like? Right winger. That's someone straight in for Semenyo. Left winger. So he does a lot of his business on a right wing by the looks of it. Another project, yeah. I just don't know. Are we kind of like 1.80 m? So what's that? 5'10"? No, I'm 193, so I'm 6'4". So he's 6 foot. 5'11", 6 foot. He's only 19. That right, mate. If he's a right winger, that means the end. If we link with him, that means to me the end of Savinho. We're 60. Doesn't matter, mate. I don't care. We still survive relegation. Imagine if we did a 100-point season and survive relegation. I'm not arse, mate. It is what it is, Adam. Deal with it when it comes, pal. You know. And by the way, that Eric Cantona profile picture, I remember watching that live. It was so funny. So funny. Stinks of a Liverpool player. I think if you're signing somebody like that, it's the end of Savinho. Do we want to go? Do we want to be sat with Savinho in another 2 years? Do you know what I mean? Casually drops in a 6'4". Well, I just went off the centimeters, mate. But yeah, I am 6'4". It's on my ex profile. By the way, right. For those that follow me on Twitter /X, I have that in my bio, and the amount of people that get rattled by it when you make a comment about their club, they're like, "Who's this guy? 6'4" in his bio." Just, and I'm going to put it in there to rattle people, and it's working, man. It's just weird how somebody's height can rattle someone. I don't know why, but I'm going to keep it in forever. It's funny. It's absolutely funny. But yeah, so this guy's been heavily linked. One to watch. I mean, he just looks like a decent winger to me. It's the age profile that'll get people horny. 19 years old, hitting numbers in Germany. You know, it's always going to attract attention, right? Popey, did you see the judges crying that somebody told him 115 is coming? They just need to, honestly. It's been coming for 3 years. I don't care. I just don't care, man, at this point. I'm not going to talk about 115 now, but I genuinely just don't give a shit. I'm tired, man. I'm 43. I'm 44 in a month. I'm tired. I ain't got enough bandwidth in my mind to deal with it anymore. I just haven't. But yeah, so that's the transfers and stuff. There are other ones happening. I imagine today will be another gluttony of all the accounts will be double downing on. They'll be confirming on this again. There'll be more links out today. And by the way, happy birthday, Stuart Pearce. One of my favourite players of all time, Stuart Pearce. Such a shame he's a bit of a weirdo when it came to management, but in terms of, I'd have him as, in terms of Premier League left backs, he's England's second best ever left back behind Ashley Cole. And in terms of Premier League left backs, I'd say second behind Ashley Cole and then / Evra. In terms of what I think there's a good mate's good left back. Could be wrong. But yeah, Stuart Pearce, man, on his day, animal. The best mentality of a football you've ever seen. And as a good morning, Levi, mate. And as somebody who grew up loving international football, what a guy. This guy brought me tears when he smashed his penalty out of the stadium in Italy, in Turin. And then loved watching him in the Premier League. And then when he signed for City, mate, I was made up because I just love watching him. I thought he was mint. And I tell you what, in today's day and age, as a left back, he would be the nuts. He would be, if we had a 25-year-old Stuart Pearce now, he would be up there with Ballon d'Or players because set pieces, there was nobody better at set pieces. Tackling, he was like Kyle Walker with a little bit less pace, who could tackle. And his goals, man, he scored 99 goals in his career. He scored 99 goals as a left back. Put that into numbers. You show me another defender who scored more goals than that in their career. I don't think there's anybody. Is there any? Roberto Carlos, maybe? You turn 20. You just turned 55 and then 20th. Happy birthday, mate, for the other day. But yeah, I've seen that this morning. I've seen that on the thing this morning. How he got his very last game in the very last minute, in his very last touch of the ball, he got a penalty at home at Main Road and smashed it over the crossbar and just started laughing. But yeah, man, Psycho, what a player. I'm telling you, he would have been, if he was around today, he'd be priceless. He would be priceless. You would be paying 100 million for Psycho today. His mentality is worth, I'm a mentality monster, but he's worth millions just for that. But yeah, so I do want to shift away from transfers. I want to shift it quickly onto what do we do with Nico Gonzalez? Are you all in the same page as me as I think his time's done? Which is a shame. I usually, players that have a year to bed in, I just don't know the signs are there. He's had a year to get used to Pep's style. Granted, when he has played, he's good. However, I just don't know. It's no mean feat. It's not the end of your career if you don't make it at City. I just don't think Pep trusts him enough. I just don't know. Just don't think he does. Pep don't rate him. He's gone. Yeah, I think that is it. And you know, and my opinion is, Pep Guardiola is arguably one of the greatest managers to ever live. He's obviously in top 5. He can be one for some. He can be whatever for other people. In terms of Premier League, in terms of achievements, he's only second to Ferguson. However, you could say he's had a bigger impact. Wherever he sit on that thing of events, he's fine. Pep Guardiola was a world-class midfielder. He's won and done it all. And he's taken that into management and won and done it all. And I think to impress Pep Guardiola, you have to look who he's worked with. Look at the midfielders he's had who are that sort of position. Rodri, Fernandinho, Lahm, Kimmich, them sort of players at Bayern Munich. You've got a Busquets and Xavi and Iniesta. Busquets is the Rodri. You know, I don't think Pep really trusts him to be that, and I think that's why he's just not. He just doesn't tick all the boxes for Pep. I don't know if anybody saw it, but in the game the other night when he came on, there was a couple of times when he wouldn't make a line breaking pass, and Cherky was going mad. It was about the 80th minute, and Cherky was in the space and his arms are going mad. Pass me the ball, and it happened again. And even Haaland was like, get the ball through the gap. And then it came, and Cherky was running through. And I think he just lacks courage, whether that's a confidence thing, whether that's a ball ability, or whether that's even part of his game. I think he lacks it. And when you see stats about Rodri being the most interceptions, the best, and the most line-breaking passes forward, and he's up here on the graph, and Nico's here, I think that's the difference. And I think if he was anywhere closer to him, he'd stand a chance. But I just don't think he has that mentality to do it. Now, he is only still, what is he, 24? There is still time. I just don't know. If he's not getting in when we're desperate, then I'll just see the writings on the wall, man, which is a shame. I think so too, mate. However, it's whether or not he'd be up for being a squad player, because I think that Bernardo's going, so he's automatically going to be one closer to the team anyway. And then you have Kovacic, potentially limited game time, so that's another space in the squad. Where's Nico O'Reilly going to feature? Probably left back or further forward. I don't think he's a 6 or whatever, 6 or an 8. I don't think he's in there, right? Reinders doesn't seem. I'm gonna ignore Reinders because Reinders needs a season. Reinders' season's next year. So I don't know, man. He's got a big summer. He's got a big summer of. He needs an epiphany. Is he up for it? Can he get it up there? Catch you later, Ethan. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Have a good day, pal. Enjoy the weather. So I just think the census for me is I just don't. Based off the sample size we've got now, I don't think Nico's much for a City shirt for much longer. I just don't. I don't see it, especially with all the wagons circling around replacement midfielders, which I think we all agree we need 2. So if you get 2 midfielders come in, we're gonna need a starting midfielder. So he's already not going to start. I don't know. It's one of them. You just sometimes have to lay down the gauntlet and say, look, mate, I've told you, I need you to play this way. I've told you to play this way for a year. It's now up to you. Can you deal with this? Show me what you've got. And if he can't show you, but he's trying, then that's fine. We say, you know what, mate? You tried. I appreciate it. You're just not up to the level. Thanks, but no thanks. Go and have a good career. And he probably will. However, it's now on him to say, you know what, I'm here. I'm arrived. I understood. It took me a while, Pep. I'm sorry. You know, I'm adapting and I'm changing the way I play to suit you. And this is what I'm bringing to the table. And I'm happy with that. I just don't know if he's got that in him. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell on that one. But it's weird because he's played well. He's played well. And he does get better the more he doesn't play. This fan base, the more Nico Gonzalez doesn't play, the more people cluck for him to play. And they get the appetite to see him play. And when he does play, they sort of like go glazy eyes and say, oh, he's Nico. But glaze over the fact that he's not as good as what we need, if that makes sense. I rate Kovacic. I think Kovacic would, if we'd have signed Kovacic before he went to Chelsea from Real Madrid, then he would have been an absolute baller for us. I think we tried. He would have been, you know what I mean? What's he won 6 Champions Leagues? I think Kovacic is the player that I think is a unicorn in the way he plays. Nobody drives the ball better than him over 5 yards. But I think he's the perfect Pep midfielder, and I think Pep would have had him at every club he could have been at. We only need 2 midfielders if one or Roger Nico is going, otherwise one is enough. I don't know. It's not me. Not with Bernardo going, and the fact that we needed somebody anyway. Because we're losing. Phillips is going. You know, no one knows what the future holds for Foden. So I don't know. I think we need 2. I think it will be 2, and hopefully not 1/1/+1 project. I don't know. But yeah, so let's switch our attention to the FA Cup semi-final. Are we making changes? I think we're going to see a lot of changes. I think we are. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream and stuff, please do hit the like button. It does help. I hate asking for it, you know, but that's how algorithms work. So if you do enjoy it and you like having a chat with us on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, please just smash a like. It works. Leave a comment, all that jazz, you know. Sub if you like it and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate it. No one's remotely close to Rodri, but Rodri is an anomaly. Nico G at 23 is a great prospect, and we had a run of games. You found the rhythm. I do rate him, mate. I just don't know if his. Look, we all know life after Rodri's coming. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be difficult. It is. Nico driven career like Kovac is pretty much great, but he's not great enough to be a starter at elite clubs. We're about to find out, mate. We are. None of our players have a full proper pre-season, and we won't have with a World Cup, so it's many ideas. He will have a pre-season. He will be fresh because he's not getting the Spain team, let's be real. He will be fresh. Kovacic might be fresh. Other lads might be fresh. You know, we'll see. I've never heard of him, Pip. Never heard a sausage about him, mate. Smash the likes. I'm not asked. I'll ask. You've got to. That's the thing. You've got to. I'm not ramming it down your throats all the time. People will. People won't. If you like it, so be it. But I'm old school. If you watch James May if nobody watch James May on YouTube, the Top Gear guy, he hates call to actions, and I'm the same. I hate it, but you've got to do it. Somebody else can do it for me. If we change too many players tomorrow, we could come unstuck. Here's the thing, right? Southampton are banging form. Southampton are pretty much the most informed team in the country, barring us, I think. And they are flying in their league. They've won 16 out of 19 or something, or 18 of 19, 19 of 20. So they're effectively a 12th place Premier League team right now, I would say, in terms of their squad and their ability. They're better than some of the teams at the bottom of our league. So we have to take it seriously. I think here's the thing, right? Pep never changed. Pep's made a few mistakes in the past with rotation, Leverkusen for one, and it was needed. This time of the year, it's about momentum. We played Wednesday night. What I wouldn't have said it was a grueler physically. So I would think probably 7 of that team that started midweek will start at the weekend, and then hopefully you get business done and you can take some chances and bring somebody off, because then we have 9 days till we play Everton. So there is time to recover, you know. So I think I'm not going to do squad builders because we know Trafford's starting, right? We know Trafford's going to start. I think Núñez starts. I imagine John Stones will start. It's who goes alongside him. Maybe Ake, maybe Kusanov, maybe Gay. So we're pretty much sorted there. I'd imagine Nori stays at left back. Rodri's going to be out, so I imagine it's going to be Bernardo. Bernardo, I'd like to see Nico start, but my feeling is Nico O'Reilly will start with Bernardo. I think Foden probably starts. I think he puts Cherky out wide. And then I think it's going to be either Doku, Marmoush, or Haaland, Marmoush. I just think he will rotate a little bit. Six of the start. Six will start. Might be a good thing in the when we get inevitable panning for taking Twitter. The thing I've seen on social media that a lot of people are actually starting to realise the enormity of the amount of time City have been to Wembley, because a lot of the Southampton fans have said, we're not surprised you're not selling out. It'll be a quarter of the top tier. It'll be empty, but who gives a shit? We was at Wembley 3-4 weeks ago, and if we win, we'll be at Wembley in another 3 or 4 weeks. At this point, it's a laughing stock. I would have liked to have gone. I can't afford the travel. Genuinely can't afford the travel. Could have got a ticket, not a problem. I just can't afford the train down there, which is 140 quid, 130 quid. The coach is full. But for the way the trains land, I can't get home, so I've got to stay. So it's like a 350 quid weekend. I can't justify that. I just can't. I'm not in a position to justify that. Saying some people can, I just can't do it. I'm not buying transfers. I'll take a break from City and tuning. That's what I want to do, mate. But yeah, so what are your thoughts for the FA Cup game? Who do you think should start? Who do you think needs to start? Would you be bothered if we lost? I would be gutted if we lost, because I want trophies, man. Trophies. We would become like the 4th most successful team in the FA Cup, I think, or something like that. We need trophies, man. I want that domestic treble. I want a season that in February was a write-off to come out with domestic treble, and it will just be another way to say to the haters, shut your mouth. Look, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You seen what we've won? Stop flapping your gums. Vic Starr has more goals at Wembley than Saka. Probably got more than Ireland right as well, to be fair. But yeah, so give me your thoughts on the FA Cup game. What do we think's going to happen? I just want to win, man. I just want to win. It'd be nice to see some other players get some minutes. We need players. We all know the starting 11. We need players who are knocking on the door to get minutes so they don't upset. So if like we've had now a Rodri injury, somebody's got to step in. Let's say Doku gets injured, we need somebody better to step in who's not rusty. So I think we need to get these players warmed up. I think we do. Easy win, rotate a few. I don't know about that, mate. Normski, I don't know about easy win, mate. I don't know about easy win. I don't underestimate Southampton. Championship teams in semi-finals, especially ones that are banging form. Hard work, man. They smashed. They beat Arsenal. Hope Pep won't make too many changes for Saints. We have a high chance of winning the FA Cup than Premier League. We win them both. Win them both, man. Momentum. It's all about momentum. It's all about momentum. It is. I want to go full strength. It's a semi-final. Yeah. If we were playing Saturday and then Tuesday in a Champions League, you know what I mean? If we're doing that, then I'd have causes of concern. But with it being another chance to win a trophy, and the fact that we've got 9 days until we play Everton, we shouldn't be making too many changes. Yeah, dude, I do remember. They do, mate, but here's the thing, right? Look at the past winners of the FA Cup over the years. It's always been a top 16, barring Palace, who fluked one last year, Wigan, who fluked one. It's always usually a top 16 that win it. So when a smaller team, I should say, a lower ranked team in the league, especially a championship team, gets to a semi-final, could you imagine if we were Southampton? Imagine if Man City were knocking around to get promoted, how it would feel to be in an FA Cup final knowing that you've not won a trophy. When was the last time Southampton won a cup? Was the FA Cup in 1976 or something? Imagine being a Southampton fan thinking that you've grown up without winning a trophy. I might be wrong here, so somebody educate me. I might have missed a cup. But imagine that feeling. You know what it was like when we didn't win a trophy for 44 years. Imagine Southampton are living that. Imagine that feeling when you get semi-final and how you'll be. This is it. We've come this far. City are in a title race. You know what I mean? They're there to be beaten. We've already beaten Arsenal. You know what I mean? All the things going towards the win. We're just one game away. We'll probably get battered, but please, can we just like nick a 91st minute header from a corner or something? They will be clinging for that. And then the players will be thinking, we're playing for Southampton here. Bellis and stuff like that, and all these other players, Dolzy and that, they will be like, we have a chance here to win an FA Cup, because once you get to a final, it's a throw the dice. So they've got everything, man. They've got every chance of like, this is huge for them. It's not like it wouldn't be the same as if we were playing. If we got West Ham in the FA Cup semi-final, I'd expect it to be easier because West Ham are fighting relegation. You know what I mean? These teams that are in the mire, it's different for them. But for Southampton, they're absolutely flying. So yeah, it'd be a tough game. Tinfoil FA Cups all over the crowd. You know what I really wish? Some of you won't remember this, some will, but FA Cup final used to be the best day ever. It did. I remember waking up as a kid like 10, 11, 12, 13 and watching in the morning grandstand and then Football Focus and watching the helicopters flying in with a team buses and the interviews and the FA Cup final song. It's just mint, and now it's just shit. It's just shit. Even Sky Sports News is shit now. It's just shit. And the fact that they've binned off Football Focus is testament to the way football has gone into a world of content creation. I know that is rich coming from somebody like me who sat there doing that. And I've been on panel shows and stuff. And I know it's rich, but I don't do it for the notoriety. I do it because I like talking about City. A lot of these people do it because they're chasing coin, the Jermaine Genesis of the world. I just don't see the value in that on mainstream media, man. I just don't. And it's such a sad time. It is. It is. But one of the good things is, though, they've moved the FA Cup final to its sole thing on a Saturday, right? Which is good. It is. We'll miss things like Football Focus and stuff when it goes. Soccer AM, if you're a fan of Soccer AM, that's dead. Dead. So yeah, man, content is dying. Traditional TV content is dying when they all try and chase the brain rot generation. They are, man. The TikTok generation, the brain rot crew. These people who have to see reels that are all shiny and stuff for 3 seconds before, well, a quarter of a second before you flick off. The content is for them now. It was, mate. It literally was. The whole country stopped for the final. It is. Right, guys. So, anybody got any questions you want to ask? I'm going to have a crack at. Where's my page here? Where are we? I'm going to have a crack on. Why is that playing? What are you doing? Let's have a go at football games quickly before we wrap the broadcast up. Let's do this one. That's not the one. No. We'll have a quick blast of this. Football trivia. Did you do anything for St. George's Day? No, mate. It's not really a thing we celebrate in this country. Everyone's ashamed to be English in this country, to be fair. It's just weird. It's just weird. People are more bothered about St. Patrick's Day because you want to get pissed. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Get that to not share. Yes, Andrew. Speak out, brother. Right, first of all, let's do bingo. We're not doing group bingo. What's that shit? We're not doing that. We're doing football bingo. There we go. Right. So we have no timer. This is just me and my desperate ball of knowledge. Already started off with a guy that I hate. I hate him. Just because he flapped his gums when he left. Thomas Partey. Oh, fuck off. Knob. Ronaldo Araujo. Don't know where he's from. I'm gonna skip. By the way, scream and shout out here if you think anything you know. It will be too late by the time you said it, but let's see what's happening. Dani Alves. Dani Alves. None of those. Did he play with Di Maria? No. Oh, I could have. Diego Forlan. Right, Uruguay, yes. That as well. I'm going to play the wild card. There we go. There's two. Hope we don't get cooked on the FA Cup. Southampton are a crazy one. They are, Ash. They are, mate. They are. It's one to watch out for. Ndika's Czech, right? No, he's not. De Rossi was Roma. Absolutely Roma. They have David Neres. Never heard of him. Sounds Spanish to me. Skip. Klaas Jan Huntelaar. Ajax. None of those. Emre Can. What are these players, man? Did he play with Di Maria at Real Madrid? No. Angel Correa. Atletico Madrid. Another one. Another one I have no idea. Thomas Soucek, check. We got that. Sebastian Haller. What are these? Harvey Barnes. Get out of town. He's not any of them either. This is a stinker. He would have been Roma. Conte, no. Oh, mate, I'm having a stinker here. Patrick Vieira. Did he win the Euros? Yes, he did. Azpilicueta. Conte. Kolasinac. Arsenal. Is he that? He is. Filippo Inzaghi. We're on fire here. Golden Boot. Freddie Lundberg. Swedish. Di Stefano. He's none of those. That's a shame. Luca Toni. What an absolute unit, by the way. And on Football Manager, he was an animal. Ivory Coast, I missed the Ivory Coast one. He's not any of them, is he? Berbatov, Premier League Golden Boot. We'll have a bit of that. Sven Botman. Was it PSV? No. Kingsley Coleman. He's French, isn't he? He's not. Did he play for PS? He did. Alexander Pato. Absolute donkey. Leon Bailey. Did he play? No, I'm not having that either. Bentancur. No. Javier Zanetti. No. Tielemans, Belgian League, yes. Pavel Nedved. No. Miroslav Klose. No. Kulusevski. No. Did Di Maria play for Juventus? Catch you later, Ronnie. Have a good day, mate. Appreciate it. Enjoy your Friday. Di Maria's not played for Juventus, right? And Kulusevski did. I'm going to skip that. Jeffrey Kondogbia. Oh, it's over, lads. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. All about it's over, lads. Unless you play with Di Maria, it's over. Better luck tomorrow. Kulusevski played with Di Maria. I thought he might have done, you know. Was it at Juventus? Was it Juventus? Where did he play with him, mate? Let me know. Let me know where he played with him. Right, we'll have one crack at we'll go with goalless. All right, England's 2010 World Cup squad. So for those that don't know what this is, you have to give us the most rarest answer. So I'm going to go with, so this is 14 years ago. I'm going to go with Joe Hart, if I can spell his name. Was Joe Hart in 2010? No, he wasn't. 2010 World Cup. I'm going to go with Scott Carson. That's got to be an outside chance. Carson. Was that Theo Walcott's World Cup? Juventus? Yeah, okay. Was it Theo Walcott's World Cup 2010? 2006? I'm gonna stick Walcott in though. Rob Green. I think Carson will be more out than that. Who else? So we're going back 15 years. So I'm 26. I'm gonna go with Scott Parker. Scott Parker. Come on, chat. Give me some ideas. Wayne Bridge. Wayne Bridge, maybe. Wayne Bridge. So who were the decent strikers back then? So 15 years ago, Jermaine Defoe. Who else was there? James Beattie, maybe. It was only a 23-man squad back then, so it had to have been like decent players. I'm gonna go Nicky Butt. I'm gonna put Nicky Butt in there. Oh, Phil Neville. Phil Neville had to go in there. He had to go in. He was a utility, right? Oh, Phil Neville, no. Wayne Bridge, no. Scott Parker, no. Walcott, no. Carson, no. Elite ball knowledge. Upson was there. Lennon, Barry. So Rob Green, was Rob Green there? Yeah, Rob Green. Oh, man. I thought I'd nailed it. I thought I'd absolutely nailed it. Stephen Warnock. I knew there was a stinking left back in there. Dawson, Leslie King, Carragher. Absolutely amazing ball knowledge, lads. Absolute stinker and hooked. Legit stinker and hooked. It was. Right, Phillips, I know. Right, boys, anyway, big weekend ahead. FA Cup semi-final tomorrow. And then I will see you all Monday. For a seat at breakfast, we'll run down what's happened over the weekend, probably some transfers and stuff. But yeah, lads, that's me done for the day. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please hit the stream and like button, all that sort of stuff. I will see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. I'm off now to Castleton to do some work in the nice sunshine. So yeah, guys, enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. And I will see you all Monday morning, 9 o'clock. We don't do late here. We don't do late. So yeah, man, have a good weekend. Thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you next time. The Blues.